All right, what's going on, guys? So, welcome to a new live stream idea. Uh, Obviously, originally I was just going to be doing a live stream build of the little G-frame new Gundam here, but I decided to go ahead because I was going to drink a beer. I wanted to actually do something I thought about doing a long time ago, and it's called BREWS and SPRUES. Now, some of the thumbnails may not be correct because I did one thing, shared it, and everything else. But either way, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be building this thing. Probably going to be super simple build, and then I'll be drinking a nice stout over here with the Founders KBS, that's Kentucky Bourbon Stout or Barrel Stout. So I like this. It's a KBS, a flavored stout, is good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. Ale brewed with chocolate, coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. I've had this before, but this is this year's release. It's really good. I've already been playing 21 with myself till this came on. Well, that sucked to be you. And I do have a dual camera setup, so I'll have the overhead camera such as this, so we can see whatever, and then I'll have the sideways camera every now and then, just for the heck of it. So, before we get started, let's taste the beer. Oh, that's good stuff. So, for those who just want to see the prettiness, there we go. And yes, my thumb is still black. So that lets you know, if you watch the Bumblebee review, how soon after that I painted my thumb. And that mostly wore off today at work, so. But, I've only seen the G-frame things in store. I've seen them, people bought them. I have yet to see anything about them. Let me go to other camera here for a second. So, you can see, obviously, it says G-frame 01A, which is just the Gundam stuff, or the armor, I guess. So it says armor, and then it says frame. So I'm guessing that it might be 2 boxes in here. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's going to be something very similar to like an RG frame, but teeny, if I had to guess. There's no like size or anything like that. Okay, you got warnings on that side, and come around to this side, and we got the F, which is the frame, and the A, which is the armor. And it looks like it comes with some fin funnels, shield, gun, and all that stuff. Probably going to be a super simple model kit, so that's actually a pretty good deal considering what we're going to be working with. Now, I have no idea if it's on runners or anything like that. I assume the frame is already pre-built. There might just be bags of stuff. I might not need any of my equipment, but I didn't want to do anything superfluous here. And that's not the word I wanted to use, but didn't want to go crazy with anything, so I've got the knife and runners, or panel line marker and nippers. Sorry guys, I was doing a whole lot of stuff right up until now. Okay. And we'll count this sort of as a review for this thing too. Oh yeah, so I was right, it's just like a bag of stuff. So I'll try to do it this way. Oh, and the instructions are literally printed on the inside of the box. So I need to open the bottom of the box. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to open it. I mean, I figured there might not be like standard kind of instructions. Also, guys, if there's like serious lag, let me know because something's been going on with YouTube lately. Like my uploads have taken forever to upload and stuff like that. So you can see here some incredibly basic instructions. So basically, you're going to have our frame, which already has armor on it, so that's already depressing. So realistically, this is not going to be much of anything. This looks like more of a figure than a model kit at this point, but we can at least panel line it from what it looks like. This reminds me a lot of the oh, what were those? Like real cheap, barely put together figures. I don't recall off the top of my head. But let's go ahead and see what we got here. So we got bags. What kind of parts are these? Looks like something to do. Oh, these are little thruster caps, more than likely on the back of the knees. Some extra stuff here. We got the shoulder armors, backpack with beam saber and mount head, hands. Those are almost HG size hands. That's interesting. And as we can already see here, we got most of the frame with the body and stuff. We got the fin funnels right there. Shield with the mount. That's also almost HG size. Just the feet and gun and skirts. So, alright. So let's go ahead and open these guys up. Ow. So I guess the sprues part of this is not true. Like, not really any sprues. These things are all pre-cut at this point. Okay, so it says number 1. Start over there, so it is what it is. But I guess I can use a panel line marker on this. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. It looks like could be styrene, but I bet it's KBS. I'll have to look at the box and see what's up. I have to switch to my other type of panel line marker. It's a good thing these things are cheap, because it would suck if you had to pay a lot of money for one of these. Okay, so we got some nice open hands here. Also, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm not on my normal mic. This is the camera mic. Also, you might end up hearing a lot more background noise than usual. Okay. Also, I have no idea how many people are actually going to come and hang out. I know we got Thomas and we got Colby. There we go. That's surprisingly hefty. I'll give it that. Does look like it has most of an inner frame. Let's see, can I take it apart? Oh yeah, check that out. That is like, it's like a super simplified RG frame. Really bad nub right here on the knee. Let's clean that off. Maybe a little too soft sound wise. I can turn it up. I just didn't want it to be like blowing out. So I can turn that up just a little bit like that. Is that a little bit better? Yeah, I've got some pretty nasty nubs. So I guess there's work to be done regardless. Let's see. Okay. So I assume that most of these are probably going to have a very similar inner frame and then the added parts. So you can just see right there that's just painted on. So that's no biggie. That hip seems to pop off pretty easy. Oh wow, we got some decent articulation. Pop that back on. So it's actually got, look at this, it's got fully fledged butterfly joints. Come on, where's your focus? There we go. So it's got full-on butterfly joints there in the shoulders. Then up and down. Hold on. Let's see if I can get my autofocus on. Or off, rather. Excuse me. Okay, good. Good, as long as the audio is happy, that's all that matters. There we go. So, you guys can see there, it does have a butterfly joint. Hinges up at the shoulders, and a simple ball joint at the shoulder itself. That's kind of cool. And we got bicep rotation in there. Single jointed elbow, but it's got some movement. And obviously it's going to be like a ball jointed wrist, just like that. So it's a super simplified kit, but it's not underdone. That's interesting. So ball joint in here, and then a ball joint down here, so you can really get some rocker out of it. That's not bad for like something that's like super cheap, and you get it like GameStop or ThinkGeek, mostly ThinkGeek, and it feels pretty solid. I mean, I feel like it's probably going to get loose over time. Okay, the center section moves a bit. Obviously, I'm going to stick some armor there, it looks like. Oh yeah, here's the sides. Interesting. Okay. So there's more to it than I thought. There's also a little bit less to it than I thought, so it's kind of an in-between. So that's pretty cool. Oh, the knee bends backwards more than I'm comfortable with. Does that move any? No. Okay, so let me put this leg armor back on here. It's pretty cool. I mean, obviously the paint job isn't really that great. It's painted like a figure. The chest is actually not too bad. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, so make sure the direction is the same as shown. Both arms. Lift both arms and remove foot parts. Okay, so arms go up. I mean, the armor is already mostly put on, so I guess I don't have to do that much to it. Hold on, scroll through here. I didn't even finish unboxing everything. That's funny. Okay, so I do have to yoink the feet out. So, alright, so it's kind of a frame arms at that point. It's like I got distracted and now I gotta look at everything here. So, fin funnels. Okay. And then the feet. Come on. Get out of there. Rifle. Listen to that plastic, guys. And then front and rear skirts. Now, obviously, we're probably missing some paint apps here. Well, it's not really an unboxing, but we got some bags on the floor here. I need a drink. Gold Cat. I got this guy in Sosby 2 days ago. I love him. Cool. I don't know if I'll get any more than this, but, you know, maybe Sosby. It was pretty limited whenever I was there. I think they only had him and Unicorn, was it? There's only three in the lineup, right? Yeah, they only had Unicorn. They didn't have any Sosby. Our creator, what's up, buddy? Michael Hale, what's going on? So obviously, if you guys weren't aware, just by the title and description, we're doing BREWS and SPRUES. We just have a little bit less in the way of SPRUES tonight, so just working on figuring out how to work this guy. So he already came pre-armored up a little bit, so I guess I don't have to worry about it too much. Though it does show putting together other stuff. So let me pull off his chest, because I might have to put the side skirts on first. Oof, that is a tight fit. That's surprising. Okay, so I've got... It's almost like a Lego build here. Okay, so that's going to go up the back side there. Let's plug in that way. If I had to make an educated guess. I'll say my fingers are very tired from work. So good thing I'm manipulating tons of small parts. Okay, so I'll try to line that up better. Yeah, we just keep flinging around. Alright, so that's definitely the back side. Alright, so that's a little bit better. Okay, it wanted me to put on the side skirts. There we go. Ooh, these things really nifty. Oh, I just realized my screen is a little too big. Hold on. And I need to shrink my camera screen just a hair. There we go. I was actually blocking the chat because I'm a dummy. Much better. Okay. So, side skirt action. Yep. So I guess at this point I'm just dressing this little frame here. And once again, I guess for the price, you're essentially just building up a a little action figure, so to speak. Okay, and speaking of, no, I have not picked up any of the Gundam Universe figures. I've seen them in stores. I don't know if I need more action figures in my life, let alone more versions of Gundams I already have, you know? Okay, so now it's just like, put everything on. Okay. So now that's done, I'll put the chest and the back plate back on. Oh, there's the engineering and stuff behind the neck. Whoa. Look at that. That neck swivel. Shwa. Okay, so it goes on this way. I assume this would lead to some kind of customization as well if all the frames are similar. Oh, he does have the two different arm guards. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I need to put these guys on the back of the legs. Ah! There we go, like so. Where's the other one? There we go. This is pretty cool. I don't know why these exist, if I'm honest. But I mean, I guess for super beginners, maybe. What line is this little guy from? I've already said, but I missed it. This is the G-frame, the G-frame line. So you can buy these, like this box right here is the thing. So you have to look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail, Michael, or down in the corner, down there. You can see the box. Okay, so shoulders. That's gonna be the right shoulder, obviously. I bet it's just gonna pop over that joint right there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's cool. And you got to do the Amuro shoulder. There we go. Also, if any of you guys are beer drinkers, by all means, share anything you may have been drinking. Oh, I gotta click elsewhere before I can switch cameras. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see, like, this is missing so much detail. It's kind of ridiculous. You know? I mean, the molded details are there, but, like, you would have to paint the yellow in there for the funnels and the thrusters. Paint the center sections. Like, I mean, for an actual builder, if you had a small brush, this would work. I saw these lined up in front of 7-Elevens in Japan like candy toy things. Yeah, I would think that they're kind of in that range. I mean, it's a super simple model kit action figure. So I mean, it sort of reminds me of the Candy Mini Pla in a way, where it's got some stuff molded in color or paint. So I think that sort of makes sense. It looks funny with no feet and no crotch. That's already all scratched up in there. That's not good. Okay, so let's see how we do these feet. Do they come apart? If I had to guess. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. That's honestly not much different than an actual kit. Okay, so we line up our holes. Let me switch back to the other camera so you can see what I'm doing here. So you can see here, you run the foot through there. You can see the holes that the bottom part plugs into. So that just kind of goes there. And then I've got two posts that will, ooh, yeah. Look at that, snug up in there. That's cool. I think I can see the other camera under the one that's up. I think I can see the other camera. What are you talking about? It's like Gashbons on steroids. There you go. Oh, you mean if I'm on this camera? Can you see? It's up there. It's off camera. You're lying. Okay. Also, I'm not entirely certain what you meant by that, Thomas. Okay. But I just kind of wanted to have a different camera setup just for the heck of it. I got 2 cameras. I may as well use them. And one problem is, okay, so this is my normal live stream light, which is why it looks all nice and diffused and good. And then that's one of my review lights, which is why that looks so blown out and super bright. So I think what I'm going to do, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I got a little bit of time. I'll make another one of these. I'll go get another one of these guys so I can have dual live stream lights. Okay. Plus, you know, I've come around to using, because they're clamp lights, so it'd be cool to use them on my extra tripod. No, I mean the other view when you switch. I still only see the one camera. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. Hold on. Look at these atrocious nubs. Wow. Okay, let's pull that foot back off. That's ridiculous. I bet that's all painted too. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is molded in black plastic. Nope, that's painted. So I guess that's going to need a little black or matte black touch up there. So, total nub markage there. So, I mean, that one's nowhere near as bad. Wow, okay. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for. It's a cheapy thing. It really, honestly, feels a lot like a small frame arms. If you ever built any frame arms kits. But I mean, like, look at this. Like, the camera right there is actually some really nice green reflective paint. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go skirts. I wonder if you can screw this up. Let's see. That might not even be the right same size, front and rear. Okay, so there's the butt skirt. Do you have the Sazabi built? This? No, this is my first one ever. That's what we were talking about a minute ago. It's like I didn't even see Sazabi when I went to go buy it. I only saw this one in Unicorn that I can recall. Now I did pick this up when I was in Austin. I picked it up at Think Geek in Austin. I'm pretty sure the Think Geeks here have them. I probably honestly might find them at Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble covers a whole lot of crap. One thing that's interesting, the frame actually has almost a gunmetal finish. Oh, I see the nubs. I'm just not cleaning up all of them. Because if it's on a painted surface, it's going to be annoying, like down here on the foot. I'm trying to clean them up elsewhere if I see them. Like I did on the fin funnels. I mean, if I see other big nubs in a non-painted area, I'll probably get them, like here on the sides of the arms and stuff. But I'm just kind of assembling it right now, and then I'll see what I'm going to do with it, because, you know, it's a pretty simple thing. I may not even do much with it. Let's go ahead and get him built up here. So throw the backpack on, which is, ooh, that is a snug fit. I like that. Give him the stand, so you can see there. Little headless boy. And let's see here. Let me grab an HG from off. Oh, hey. Why are you falling over? I really do have to clean things up here. Still haven't jumped on the RG new train yet. Every time I go to pick one up, I find something. Yeah, I discovered Barnes & Noble Gundam section. Cool. Okay, so just for a quick size comparison, that's him next to a normal RG, so they are HG. So he is shorter, so he's more than a 1/144th, so he's probably closer to like a 1/200 scale if I had to guess. Just throwing out a number there. Sorry, I'm reading things there. I mean, I guess for the most part, at least where I saw the nubs, were mostly like on the backside, so maybe they did a good job of just trying to hide them. Okay, let's throw the head on here and just call him done as his Gundam form. Ooh, that's scary. I was worried about those things. Oh yeah, got a real bad thing there. Okay, so we got V-fin action. Definitely has a huge new Gundam head. Yeah, that looks terrible with no kind of panel lining. He does have some nicely painted eyes. I give him credit for that. Here, let me pull him up here so we can see. So you guys can see there, he's pretty good, and he just has no. He's got the molded panel lines and stuff, just nothing there. So that's gonna be a thing to do. So I'll have to pull out one of my other panel line markers, which is here somewhere. Oh wait, no, over here. Wrong thingy. So normal gray marker here. I've been trying to separate my tools and stuff out a little bit better so you guys can see right over here. And I've got stuff off camera here that you guys can't see, so that's why I've got it kind of obscured. So this is my new paint / marker bin. So I've got my jar paints here, and then I've got my brushes and a whole bunch of extra Gundam markers, especially the fine line pour types, the real touch, stuff like that. Whereas most of my main line Gundam markers are down here with my original tool setup. So go back to camera. Here we go. Okay, so let's look at the shield. Nice Amuro logo there. Some more nubs. I mean, it's obvious they don't care. I mean, and I'm still on the fence since you brought it up. Still on the fence about the RG new. I mean, it's cool, sure. I just don't know that I need it, if I'm totally honest. I mean, if I got the RG Sasebe, then sure, I would definitely need the RG new. How the backlog been looking recently? The backlog has been growing because I've been buying more kits, especially for Double October, which, by the way, for anybody who doesn't frequent the oh, I'm looking for the, I forgot I had the thing here. For anybody who does not frequent the Discord, I made a post yesterday that will interest some of you. So by all means, go check out the Discord link in the description if you're interested in potentially helping out with Double October this year. So there'll be there's a whole post linked. So that looks pretty cool. Look at that. Though, I mean, I've been building stuff. Obviously, you guys have been seeing reviews come out. I do have to do 2 or 3 reviews tomorrow and Monday, and then I've just got to start plowing through builds for Double October. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave that nub alone. I don't feel like touching that up. So, in lieu of making a whole separate video, by all means, if you would like to show off some of your 00 builds, if you have a custom, if you have just a cool 00 collection, whether it's model kits or if maybe you got some figures, maybe you got the figurized busts or something like that, by all means, come over to the Discord. There's a whole thing for y'all to be able to share either pictures or if you want to take short videos. I want to have a video at the end of Double October featuring y'all's 00 stuff. So that way you guys can participate a little bit. So by all means, check out the Discord. Link is in the description down below. And actually last night I did some decent organization. Like, I didn't know how to really organize my threads and stuff, and I got it figured out last night finally. So I cleaned up a lot of the Discord. And mind you, the Discord almost never gets used. There's only 3 people who seem to be mildly active in it. I'll probably end up repainting that, and I don't like that yellow anyways. But hey, might as well. Okay, so let's do a little bit of detailing here. my fine line marker in there. Do some stiff. There we go. And by the way, of course, guys, if you're for some reason new, if you've never even heard my stuff before, if you're just seeing me for the first time out of one of these Facebook groups, welcome to the channel. And like I said, starting this out, this is a whole new kind of thing with brews and sprues, where I basically want to build something and drink a beer or two while doing it. It's an idea I've had for a very long time. I wanted it to be kind of a podcast, or have friends come over and do such things, but it's hard to get friends to come over. So it is what it is. Okay, I know these little parts here should be like green. I'm just gonna come in here with the panel line marker, because I'm not really gonna go nuts on this thing. Just gonna detail it up a little where it's necessary. But of course, if you are new, by all means, subscribe. I try to do at least weekly reviews, sometimes multiple weekly reviews. If you also have not subscribed to the secondary channel and you're more interested in action figures, Transformers, and the like, by all means, go subscribe over to the second channel. I need to get a link for that in my description. I honestly thought I had one, but you can just look up Shoki Reviews 2. I chose that name so difficultly, and it was so hard to figure out what to call the second channel. I was like, hey, if I'm going to have a second channel for reviews, what should I call it? How about Shoki Reviews 2? Okay. Very simple. Doing what I can here. Now, mind you, I don't really like using the old school fine line panel line marker if I can help it, but, you know, every now and then it is necessary. And I found that if you're working on something that's made of ABS plastics, this is probably your least damaging panel line option, aside from doing like an oil wash or something like that. Excuse me. Or maybe even like an acrylic wash if you're going to go there. But if all you have is Gundam stuff, if you have ABS plastics, this will eat away the plastic less than anything else. If you're using a normal pour type marker, and because I'm not sure what kind of plastic this is, I'm assuming ABS, just by the way it looks and feels, this will destroy ABS. And the thinner it is, the faster it will react. It'll crack, it'll break. You don't want that. I found that out while trying to remove some stuff from my Siege Megatron and cracked his chest because the thinner that's in it is just too strong. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I mean, this little guy's gonna look okay when he's done. I'm not gonna lie, he'll be okay. And they did a lot of the detail work. I'll give them credit. But, I mean, obviously it needs finer details and stuff like that. And that's not something I was planning on doing tonight. I don't feel like busting out my paints and brushes and all that stuff. I just got done painting a bumblebee. I'm not keen on starting the next thing. Which, of course, by the way, guys, go watch the bumblebee review. Because, frankly, it doesn't have that many views. Because that was actually a mild custom and a full paint job on that. Okay. Well, I mean, don't watch it right now, because right now you need to be watching this. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. Just do a quick little rub down. Clean off any excess. Could pass the crack on his chest as battle damage. Oh, yeah. Well, I was trying to actually clean up the chest. I was trying to get rid of the battle damage. Or the dirt. I mean, I caught it fast enough and I glued it quickly enough. And I mean, to the naked eye, you don't really notice it. And honestly, in the review, had I not pointed it out, I don't think anybody would have even caught it. Okay, so it's starting to look a lot better. I mean, just bringing out the highlights in the head made a difference. So let's bring up the camera again. So yeah, that's making a big difference. Yeah. Let me get after this gun here. And I know I didn't technically finish assembling him yet. Like I was thinking about that, but I figure I can do up the fin funnels first before attaching them. I mean, as it goes, the molded detail is nice. I mean, it's not really missing anything detail-wise. I mean, paint-wise, sure, but it's like it's really molded the way it should be. So can't really complain too much. Also, I got this guy when I caught that deal. When you buy the bag for like $7, you get like 25% off your entire purchase. So, I mean, I got this guy for, you know, pretty cheap, technically speaking. Okay. Get those grooves in there, nice and good. Get that. Wipe away some excess. I guess next time I do this, we'll do a real build. Oh, dude, like the Flame Toys kits are awesome. Like, I think Attack Mode Prime is the weakest one only because it was their first go. They didn't quite know what they were doing. But I mean, as a fan of their figures already, mind you, they are stupid expensive. I mean, I knew the kits were going to be good, and they are. And you guys hopefully saw at least my custom Ultra Magnus and stuff like that. IDW Prime is actually a solid kit. But mind you, I am painting all of mine for the most part. I mean, the first two with Attack Mode Prime and Nemesis Prime, those weren't full paint jobs. They're partial paint jobs. But then, you know, Starscream was essentially a full paint job. There's only a couple spots that weren't painted. IDW Prime is almost entirely painted. For the most part. I mean, there's only like a couple spots. Bumblebee is entirely painted. So, I mean, if you're going to just straight build them, no, I probably wouldn't recommend them. Honestly, I don't dig them straight built. As a kit, they're pretty solid with the exception of the polycap joints. But, you know, you paint them up, then the joints become pretty stiff. So, I mean, if you're good at doing at least a basic paint job, which, you know, you're only really painting the colors that are there, then you're kind of set. I mean, they're really good kits. And I know they can be pricey. Bumblebee is expensive, but you get a lot of stuff. I mean, Bumblebee and Megatron essentially cost the same amount, if not Megatron's a little bit cheaper. But he's actually a bigger kit, or bigger model. And doesn't come with that much in reality. But I'm looking forward to getting Megatron. I'm not looking forward to painting Thundercracker. Their Skywarp should be out sometime soon. That one I'm excited about just because I love me some Skywarp. Okay, let's get up under here. I want to see somebody do this thing up painted just like the Verka. I think that'd be funny. Like get all the really fine details and stuff. I'm not going to do that. That's a whole lot of stuff. So really don't just straight build. I mean, when it came to my first Prime, if you go back and rewatch that review, I mean, I used a few of the stickers, and then I painted like the gray and stuff like that, made it silver, painted the axe red instead of using the stickers. But like the red and the blue, that was all just with bare plastic. I just painted the stuff I thought needed work, and it came out fine. I mean, for the most part, I mean, Bumblebee took time because I had to decide what I was going to paint, stuff like that. If it's a straightforward, just recolor, like painting the gray silver, that's, an hour's worth of work, 2 hours worth of work. But I mean, if you're not going to do a straight build, then, you definitely don't have to worry about it, dude. I mean, Bumblebee as a build, if you were to say you were going to straight build Bumblebee, I think it would be about an hour and a half. It's just a straight build. So, I mean, it took me 2 days to do him full paint job. And, I condensed that into a 40 some odd minute build log because I didn't show off everything I did. Which, by all means, guys, go watch the build log. I know it's a long video, but if you're interested to see what I did, by all means, go check it out. People voted that they wanted to see it. I need to see at least that many votes. Or that many views. Now, I don't mind doing straight builds for some things, but these Flame Toys kits are begging for more work. And what really sucks, because my channel is still pretty small, despite the fact I tag them and every time I do one of these kits, Flame Toys themselves has never once like retweeted or shared any of my builds. And frankly, I think I did some justice to some of their stuff, if I'm honest. So, I might as well do this stuff on the back of the shield, huh? Probably check out the video tonight while I'm working on the comic. Well, hell, you basically saw the build as I was going anyways. So I was only talking to you basically the entire time I was building it. Honestly, I thank God for the weather for the most part. I mean, we had that one day with torrential downpour, which is in the video. But other than that, I mean, I got that thing painted pretty quickly. And the fact that I matched up the paints really well, by all means, I recommend the colors that I used. If you like what I did, the color for Bumblebee is nearly perfect. The main body color that I did for Bumblebee is just about perfect. Okay. And remember, guys, whenever you think about some of the builds that I'm doing like this and I'm painting, I'm doing it all with rattle can and then hand painting for the most part. I do not have a real airbrush. I have the Gundam marker airbrush set, which I just finally got back the actual sprayer for that. So I could technically actually finish the review of that thing. I started the review on it like a year ago. And like the only time you guys have even seen any reference to it was my Banshee Norn Final Battle review because I painted all the gold with the Gundam marker airbrush set. Oh, that's just not pretty. Plan on doing anything with the 30-minute missions kits? I was looking at them, and I'm not sure yet, to be totally honest. I mean, I might have to get one in hand to really make the judgment call. They look okay, but they are also like a really simplified frame arms. Kind of like this, if I'm honest. They look cool, don't get me wrong, and I like some of the add-on stuff they got. But considering I'm really limited on space at this time, and my backlog is already, well, more ridiculous than it should be. I don't know if I really need to add more stuff to it. But I might take a look at least one of them. You know, I know that, basically it's the same kit over and over, and you just, you're just getting different colors for different factions and stuff like that. Because I've seen them for sale on different retailers and stuff. But I really need to see one in hand before I make that judgment call, because I know they're cheap, or I should say affordable. So that part's not really a worry. I just don't want to spend more time and money on another set of something. Like, I actually did buy a totally unrelated model kit, and I've never reviewed it, and I built it. And it's a pretty neat little thing, but, it's not something I decided to dive into. Even though I liked it, I'm just like, that's not a thing I need to really dive into. Maybe I'll do a video for that for my patrons. If they like it, maybe I'll do it for everybody to see. Mind you, I only have the 3 patrons, so their opinions really kind of weigh in on everything. I don't know. I really got to see what they're gonna do. Like, I don't want to dive into 30-minute missions without some good support, I guess, is one thing. Like, I know they're putting out a lot more parts and add-ons and weapons and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, as a Bandai version of frame arms, I don't know if I really want to get into that. I've kind of abandoned most Kotobukiya stuff as it is. Which is really funny. I was really wanting to get into Hexagear. I built the one. I actually enjoyed it. And then I haven't done anything since. I built a couple of frame arms kits. I really enjoyed them. Except for one of them is just a complete fall apart mess at this point. To the point that it's literally just sitting over here missing a lot of its stuff. Because I was starting to customize it and realized I couldn't with what I had. Because it's the wrong generation. And then I've got the Anubis that I started, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I lost a lot of steam on it, and now I've got other things to do. Like, now I've got a whole month worth of content to make, and other stuff to do, so it's like Anubis has just kind of fallen to the wayside. So that's a nice and expensive kit, and I don't even know if I'll ever finish it. So, do I need a whole nother avenue to go down with 30-minute missions? Don't know. And I really have to worry about the economy of space in this room and in the detolfs as it is. Because they're essentially full. Like, I've got a few open spots and I've got some organization to do. But my detolfs are essentially full as they are. Need to get a thingy. Hold on, I need a thingy. Always get these guys. Yeah, it's looking a little bit better with some panel lining, a little bit of details. Alright. Call it the junk frame. You can watch you build and talk about the weather. Nah. I got enough mascots. Honestly, I'd rather kind of give it to somebody to do with as they please. I'm actually considering getting rid of some stuff that I've got laying around now, like things that just really don't fit in the collection. Maybe have a little sale. Get rid of some stuff. Make room for other things. And also, talk about the weather. What's it gonna say? Oh man, it's hot again. Yeah, that's just the weather. This is Texas summer. We're not even like on the downslope yet. They're talking about some cool days coming soon. Right. Also, guys, if you are in the here in the great state of Florida, get the hell out. Run away, because good lord, it's gonna be bad. All jokes aside, like, you know, I know a couple people out of Florida, and you know, I'm just hoping they're okay this weekend. It's gonna be a little nasty. Let's see if I can clean that up. Okay. Not looking too bad. There's a whole lot more to do on this side, though. Yeah, that doesn't even fit down in there. That's funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and fully assemble this boy. And yes, I just now realized I put his gun in the shield hand. Why didn't you guys tell me I was doing that? I rely on you guys to tell me every little thing I'm doing wrong, and nobody told me that I put the gun in the shield hand like a dummy. Alright, so slap this guy on there. And we got a big old newbie Gundam. It's a newbie Gundam. Look at that. Look at that guy. I don't think I have autofocus set on that camera. It's probably set like way over here. But I mean, you can see he's pretty tall for what he is. I mean, here's my beer. You know, he's taller than my beer. But yeah, it's kind of funny that the instructions are just this. I mean, you'd think you wouldn't need instructions at all. You know, like printed on the inside of the box. That's funny. Probably not going to be any reassembling the box, if I'm honest. But yeah, I mean, there's your box. So, if you ever see those things there, Michael, that's what you're looking for. Judd! Mr. Osgood, what up? Okay, so maybe these thrusters need just a little bit of shading, nothing crazy. I mean, this thing really is like, if you really want to get into like learning to paint small details and stuff, I would definitely suggest this thing, because that would help you out a lot skill-wise. Because obviously he's going to need some yellow, he's going to need some dark stuff, you know. Because he's missing a lot of the details that you would normally get. So this would be a good candidate for learning to paint with like a fine tip brush, stuff like that. It is a delicious beer. I have not had it since last year. I remember, because Texas beer laws are really, really stupid, especially when it comes to TABC, you know. So you used to have to trade out the ass to get KBS and stuff like that. Now it's literally sitting in piles of 4-packs at HEBs. I went to Specs. I got this guy as a single. So I was more than happy to pay, you know, like $6 for a single rather than I think like 14, 15, maybe $24 for a 4-pack of it. You know, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I've had some very good, even local bourbon stouts or barrel aged stouts. So I mean, definitely never knocking KBS or Founders in general. Their breakfast stout was like a thing. Fin funnels can double as an axe too. How do you mean? Oh, you mean like? I think I'm catching your drift here. Like attach them to the arm or something and like hatchetize people, I guess. Because there's no way to like attach it to like a handle to make it a real like axe. But you can attach it there on the forearm, I guess, where the shield mounts. Speaking of which, can that mount on the back? Oh yeah, nice. Spicy, what's up? Drinking a Southern Tier Warlock. Ooh, Warlock's good stuff. Yeah, it's pumpkin season. Warlock is a good one. They're just normal Southern Tier in general. I used to love all of their was it Blackwater series. You know, all their different versions of stouts. You know, mocha, chocolate, coffee. You know, all those ones like that. Those were all phenomenal. And I used to have to trade out the ass to get those too. Their creme brulee, I believe, was one of them that was super good but hard to get. Oat was really nice. I might have to pick up some pumpkin stuff. I do have I have St. Arnold's Pumpkinator from last year, I believe, in the fridge, or maybe it's a couple years old. Though technically that's a porter, but now I gotta think: is that the one that I opened up to make banana bread with? And then put the cap back on because that might be a nasty bottle sitting there. But I think I poured that after a while. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do this whole thing here where we're drinking a beer, building some stuff. And this is technically not really a build, but hey, after panel lining, he looks a lot better, doesn't he? For everybody who's been here since the beginning. Just, I mean, that's actually a good class there on just basic panel lining. Speaking of which, I didn't even finish. I just realized I never did the other side skirt and stuff. Didn't do the back skirt either. Seriously, guys, I rely on y'all to tell me what I'm not doing. And honestly, the main reason I'm drinking KBS is because I'm out of smaller beers, so to speak. Like, hey, drink a really heavy bourbon stout in the middle of the summer, which I'm by no means against. But I'm all out of lighter lighter beers at the moment. And it was the only small bottle I had of anything. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, didn't get the back of the shoulders either. Okay, so let's get up under here. See, what I need is to have a little build day with a friend or two, and we all have a different beer. And we all build a different kit. That'd be fun. So there we go. There's that guy. All nice and done. Not laying straight, but that's fine. Look at him. He's so cute. He's a cute little new Gundam. Yes, he is. And no, I'm definitely not busting out like the MG to compare, because he's ridiculous. And like, you know, I'm not going to do a full-on review of this. I mean, this is basically like a build-in review, kind of. And I mean, they're neat. I mean, the articulation is incredibly well done. I mean, like, the only thing that's really kind of sucky is the lack of paint, but I mean, it's a really discount figure, more or less. The inner frame is really nice for what it is. I mean, it is it's a simplified RG frame, but that's not underdone. I mean, it's at least as well done, if not better, than something like the HG IBO kits, where it's a full inner frame. So, I mean, it's pretty neat. And like I said before, assuming that the frame is similar on virtually all of them, if I had to guess, there could be some parts interchangeability, stuff like that, do a little bit of custom work. And I don't see myself like deep ending on these, but you know, it could be fun to have one every now and then, just for the heck of it. Excuse me. Okay, yo, guy. Here he is next to a little Lion-O for comparison. For height. for height. And then here he is with the beer cap. That'll be the finished photo there. Like, I really didn't know that I wasn't going to need nippers. But, you know, it is what it is. He's got the Founders cap with him. Mounted to the shield. It's all done. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Can we get him in a decent pose? Oh, wow. That ankle rocker is ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh, yeah. Why aren't you working? Okay. It's now ignoring me. There we go. For some reason it did. Oh, maybe I accidentally hit numlock. That's what it was. No, it's flat out ignoring my... Okay, yeah, I hit numlock by accident. So, I mean, he's posable. And he holds up his weight pretty good. That's not bad at all. Look at that. Yeah, speaking of Thundercats, I'm going to have to get some of those new figures coming out. We need the Wally comparison. Okay. I got to get him. Of course, you want something that I can't reach at the moment. Fine. Since it's kind of a review. There he is next to Wally. So, I mean, Wally's a little bit more like around about his thighs. So, Wally. This is new Tiny Gundam. He'll sort of protect you. Get out of there. So, I mean, it's pretty neat. I mean, like I said, it's a good little kit. It's really strong, and it does have the ability to go on a stand. I just noticed he does have a peg hole in the crotch. And actually, because I guess the frame is painted, the joints seem stiff enough. It's kind of dumpy when he's just standing there, but you know. Where's that stand I was using? So I used to have a bunch of extra stands floating around for reviews. Then they got used because I got way too many kits. Okay, so here's the stand that I normally use for Starscream. And you guys should have seen the Bumblebee review. Well, it'll probably get up in there. Hold on. This version of a stand might not get up in there. Nope, actually it won't. Okay, so that's not gonna work. I need a thing. Hold on. Let's do a thing. Let's do a thing, guys. We're gonna get an extra build out of this BREWS and SPRUES tonight. Because I needed to do this anyways. May as well do it now. Stand time. Stand time. Which, by the way, that did hurt my knee where I just nailed the side of the table there. So this is Action Base 5. You guys have never seen it. It's basically the same thing you got with the GBN dealie. I don't remember any of this stuff. So I bought this a long time ago to be used with my Nightingale SDCS. So I'm going to chuck it together real quick here. See, I knew I needed the nippers eventually. Those kits became stand users. Yes. Okay, so let me determine roughly what I need here. Don't want to get too deep into it and then get confused. I get confused real easy, guys. And I've been drinking. Bonus kit. Yep. Well, technically it's a kit, I guess. If you want to go there. If one is so inclined. Just go there. You must. Let's see, I'm real good at building action-based ones. I built a lot of those. And considering that I'm going to have so many more kits for Double October this year, I really need to get more stands. But like these action-based 5s, all kind of, you can get a buttload of these, and even the ones that have the triple base, stuff like that. But I'm a bigger fan of the older style stands. These don't tickle me as much. I mean, there's a buttload of options, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not as big a fan of these. Let's go with this guy. I forgot what I was doing for a second. Hold on. No, I don't need to consult the instructions. Who would even do that? Oh, see, that would be useful too. Let's go with that instead. Instead of this, let's go with that. That's a different thing. See, that's the problem. Too many options. Not as straightforward as it should be. Just buying up all the bases, huh? And these pieces got all separated. Like, what the heck? Okay, so that needs to go to there. In theory. Nope, other way. Okay. So that's that. I mean, the last time I really kind of messed with one of these was when I was doing the Moon Gundam, because I kind of had to take it apart several times to run the wire through it. Which, if you haven't seen the Moon Gundam review, by all means, guys, go check out the Moon Gundam review. Oh wait, no, this way. It's like yeah, I saw it as I did it. We are men, we don't use need. I assume you were trying to say something there, and you may have potentially failed. Oh, was this that thing where I completely forgot to put the gears in? Ow. It's like I saw myself doing it and went, hey, I should put those in there, and then I didn't do it. Once again, you guys are slipping on your job. Supposed to tell me what I'm doing wrong at any given point. And here I am, screwing up on my base assemblies, and nobody's telling me I'm doing it wrong. Okay, I don't know which direction that one needs to go as of yet. Let's again make sure that's facing the right way. I want that to go up. I want this to go down into this base here. Put that right there. 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 All of this just to put one little thingy on a stand. So, quick bonus build. Oh, no. 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 You sound like my wife there, Judd. You're just doing everything wrong. Okay, so now that we've got that accomplished. By the way, I completely didn't notice that my instructions were like right there. There we go. Turn the camera just a hair. Now we can pose him. We can make him very imposing. Or is it knee is up on the side of the gun? Which way does it go? Here we go. No, knee should be down on the side of the gun. Knee should be up on the opposite side. There we go. Posing lessons. There we go. Now we've got our newbie Gundam on a stand. See, he totally fits on the Gundam stand. Excuse me. Also, Judd. So there were finally some sprues in BREWS for Brews and Sprues. Sprues and Brews and Brews and Sprues. See, now when I do it if I ever did one in the morning, I can have it with coffee and still call it Brews and Sprues. So yeah, if you've never built one of these, this is like the excess crap you get. Whoop, that's the wrong number. So that's how much extra stuff. So this is a very basic assembly of this kind of stand. This is all the extra stuff you get. So you get different types of bases so that you can use this as a singular base with these extra things. So you got a like normal kind of rod stand that utilizing like this part over here and that, you can make a very simple upright stand. Same thing with these little bits here and some of the parts that are assembled there. And you got claws. You can do all kinds of stuff. So, you know, there's that. An unexpected minor tutorial. And then here's the extra like long flight crutch piece if you needed that. And then extra little bits and pieces here. So, I mean, that's the one good thing about these action bases. They come with a buttload of options. but they're also only that big, and each one takes up this much kind of space. It's good and solid, don't get me wrong, because the way it like ticks into these teeth and then it's actually gated there, that part's not bad. So I don't know, I mean, they're all roughly the same cost, but I'm not a fan of the actual base. The actual base. So like, I like these to be a little bit more sizable, but I mean, like I said, the ones with the triple base, like the actual base, extra base there, that'd be worth it. But considering that I would like that this style here, like this is really what I need over all of this going on. And also this doesn't really get super high. I guess you can. You know, I'm sitting here not giving it a chance. I want to see something. Because the way I like to do my multi-base stands, so if I'm setting up a scene with a whole bunch of kits, I want multi-layers. Okay, that's not going to work. So, I mean, I can go that high. It's almost straight up. Come on. Unlatch. Thank you. I mean, that's not bad, and it's essentially straight up. The older style, you've got to have the upright and then the base. So I guess if it's only taking up the one space, that's not too bad. But then that doesn't have, or at least that is not an adapter for an MG. But that's what some of these other parts are kind of for. So I don't know. In the future, I might do a set of these for a base. They do interlock in a similar fashion. So there's that. Because like I said, I've got to do some better displays for my Gundam collections. Which, by the way, once again, I will bring up. If you guys want to participate in Double October this year, go check out the Discord. There's a whole thing in there for showing off your collections or just your individual builds. And it doesn't have to be like a review or anything. It can just be pictures or a short video. Stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And that's actually nice. Oh, here, let me switch over here so you can see how high it is. Yay! So here's the bottle now. So there's the bottle. He's roughly bottle tall. Roughly. Now we can shoot the bottle. Shoot the cap off the bottle. Yeah, I'm just having fun at this point. The whole point is to have fun, guys. So actually that would be an interesting thumbnail. Kind of set that up in such a way. That would be cool. Like, you guys can't see what I'm working here, but it's kind of funny. It'd be a funny thumbnail after the fact. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? Should I continue doing BREWS and SPRUES down the line? So some more Gundam builds while sipping on a very nice beer. And of course, if anybody wants to participate, we could probably figure out something along those lines, as long as you're drinking a beer and working on a kit. Have like a little build day thing. Little live show. Kind of like Off the Runner was there for a little while. But I've been going for almost an hour and a half, so I'll go 10 more minutes. And if you guys have any questions or just want to bring up any topics or anything, by all means, we can just do that. And here I can maybe do the thing. Camera is not currently set up for doing things. Hold on. I have to change things. I did the thing wrong. Go figure. I'm doing all the things wrong. Yeah, but only if I can just drink the beer. No, you have to do all the things. Okay, so flip to the vertical. There we go. Ah! Got the lighting all changed up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. See, the crazy thing is, like, the light itself is, like, right behind the camera. Here, let me... There we go. Let's balance it out just a little bit. So there's that. I can't see the chat anymore. There we go. You can just drink, Judd. It's fine. Just drink. So I need to do a few things this week. I've got several Transformers reviews I need to do, but they're going to be like multi-figure reviews because I've got multiple versions of the same character. So I've got several of those to do. I've got 2 or 3 kits I need to review. I've got 3 Star Wars figures I need to review. I've got a 3-pack of other figures coming in as well. So intermixed with building and doing Double October stuff, I've got to be doing regular content because September isn't over yet. I also need to do, I need to put that kit together again, so to speak, since I'm not going to do with it as I thought I was going to. And then I need to do an unboxing for another thing. So, 2 things. You can see I've got a little glistening going on here because I don't have the patience to build. You've got lots of patience, Judd. You put up with all the shenanigans elsewise. You've got patience. Now I'm just acting weird into the camera. Was I zoomed in? I don't remember. Also, guys, I trimmed the beard down a little bit. It was getting a little bit unruly at work, so I trimmed it down. This part's still a little bit longer, but I'm gonna let it grow out through October whenever the Texas Renaissance Festival comes through. Oh, here's something depressing. You know, if you guys follow me, almost every year after I go to the Texas Renaissance Festival, I show off the stuff I got, and I always pick up some kind of artwork from Brent Woodside. He's not going to be there this year. Things couldn't work out. So I'm going to have to order some of his new pieces. He's got a phenomenal new piece from Star Wars. And it's Vader and the Emperor, and it's all done in dark blues and blacks. And I need to get that piece in my life because I love his artwork from Brent Woodside. I haven't even hung up all my artwork from last year. I don't even have all the frames, so I need to do that. My hands are numb and don't work right at the moment. Even better. Here, I'm going to get awkwardly close to the camera. It's not even better. You know, I'm just joking with you. Do I have room to scooch this back? There we go. Comfortable distance. Surprisingly well lit despite the fact the light is pointed straight down. Either way. Yeah, at this point it's just become a normal live stream, guys. I'm just watching the time. Because Miss Shoki is home. I thought she was going to end up working a bit longer today, but she's feeling sick. So she came home a little bit early. If you guys know my normal schedule, I've been up since about 4 a.m. I got about a 30-minute nap earlier, and I am tired. And I'm yawning as I say that, so the beer shall help me sleep. Saturdays are rough for me, but due to the fact that work is cutting my Labor Day weekend short, I'm going to take off Saturday morning. I'm still going to go in for my regular shift, but I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. I'm just not. I want to sleep, and I don't want the sheer amount of physical labor that comes with that particular job. So I'm going to knock that down a peg. So if they want to take away my day off, my extra day off for the weekend, they're going to give me some extra time off. So there's that. 5 minutes, guys. Anything else? What's going on in your world? Are you keeping up with the Unicron wars currently going on in the Transformers fandom? Get some rest. Dude, I won't be going to bed till like 10:30 tonight. We still don't even know what we're going to do for dinner. We don't know anything. That's one reason I did this early. I didn't want to do it late at night. I didn't want to be like just like falling asleep basically mid this. By the way, this guy does look good. You know, I'm not, you know, for a cheap little, not quite a real kit, it actually does look pretty good. Just saying. So, and guys, of course, go check out my Bumblebee review. If you haven't, honestly, not a lot of people have watched it. Something about non-Gundam stuff, even though it is a model kit and I'm putting in more effort than I do into my model kits. People don't watch them, even though I shared it everywhere. It's really strange. So if you haven't seen it for some reason, go watch it. Now, the build log, that might not be for everybody, but if you want to see me actually do the work a little bit, by all means, go check that out. It's a fun build. It came out better than anticipated, and then with my custom touches that I figured out as I was going, I like it. So I'm gonna have, if they keep this up, I'm gonna need to expand my Flame Toys shelf. Right now it's 6 model kits and 1 figure. I'm planning on buying their Optimus Prime figure in January when it comes out. So there's that. You watched it. Good. You're a good man, Judd. See, now I just gotta wait to see if Sean Love has to build one for somebody and see how much he copies me in the stuff I did to it. I pick on Sean. One, I can't even come close to his paint jobs, but it's a good one if I'm honest. I almost painted Bumblebee's windshield. Almost painted it. I was thinking about going with like a cel shaded windshield kind of effect. I'm like, none of my other stuff looks like that. All of my other ones who have clear parts, except for Starscream, um, they're all left clear, not painted. So I figured it'd be a little weird if I did paint Bumblebee. So I don't know if I do a Bumblebee 2.0, so to speak, which I'm thinking about doing because I've got some mods that I could do to it that I think would make it a better kit, a better figure, so to speak. But yeah. So things I need to buy. I still need the other 2 mainline seekers from Siege. So I need to get Thundercracker and Skywarp. So I'm gonna have to order those guys where I can. So I want to get those, finish out that shelf a little bit. I need to order Omega Supreme, the Siege Omega Supreme. I'm really happy about that. I'm bummed that it got bumped back a month. It was supposed to come out this month, and then I saw, like, I was about to place the order, and it got bumped to September. I'm like, what the heck? So that got bumped, just like I thought Jetfire got bumped back a little bit. So I do want Omega Supreme. I am on the fence about Unicron, only because I can spend virtually the same amount of money, actually a little bit less, and I can get Flame Toys Optimus Prime. And in my mind, that's a better figure, but Unicron is kind of once in a lifetime. But I also have nowhere to display Unicron if I do get him. He's really cool looking, but he's going to be ridiculous. Siege Jazz. I said the same thing, because the Power of the Primes Jazz is crap. Or Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes, Titans Return Jazz sucks, in my opinion. I have him. I'm looking at him right now. He sucks. So I do hope they give us another one in this wave, or in this series, I should say. They have shown Wheeljack in the box art, so we're going to be getting a Wheeljack. So in theory, we might get a Jazz down the line. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Bumblebee. Like, considering his popularity now, they're only really focusing on movie Bumblebee. We have not gotten another one, and I think they should do Bumblebee as like a small deluxe instead of a Legends. But I think it'd be cool to get him. And considering they playing with the whole size class, these leader classes that we're getting that are almost entirely just modified Voyagers is what really pisses me off about this line. Do I even have any of the... No, I don't have any of the leader classes. I've only got up to Voyager, and then, of course, the Commander class with Jetfire. Which I want down the line. I want to get another Jetfire so I can have one Decepticon, one Autobot, or maybe like one in his G1 toy form and one in his other form. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, Siege Jazz would be good. I don't have Siege Prowl, but I'm looking at the repaints, and I think all of the repaints look better. But what's funny is for a deluxe, Prowl is small. That's the only reason I've really not gotten him. I think he's actually shorter than Sideswipe. And I know there's like a G2 version of Sideswipe out there, but I'm not wasting my money on that. I'd rather get a Sunstreaker whenever he comes out, which they better give us a Sunstreaker. And let's see, we've already got another repaint of 2 repaints of Ironhide coming. 1 Ratchet, 1 that other guy I don't know his name and don't care about. So I'll be picking up the Ratchet, which I think is a Walgreens exclusive, if I remember correctly. So I'm in Walgreens almost daily, so I'll definitely be getting a Ratchet when he comes out. So, and I do want the Planet X Ratchet and Ironhide. So I've got to figure out where my money's gonna go. Siege Barricade. Siege Barricade looks good. And since I just got the New Age Barricade, I really do dig that particular figure over even his repaints. G2 is love. G2 is dumb. It's dumb, Thomas. Oh, yeah, see, so New Age has a lot of my money knocked up, or locked up, I should say, but for the rest of the year because Megatron is coming out sometime soon. New Age Megatron looks phenomenal. I'm going to be picking that one up. I don't think I want the G1 version, G1 toy version. It looks cool, but I don't think I need it. So, I mean, like, other than Gundam, Transformers has really taken a lot of my money this year between mainline and third party. She's mean and said no. That's funny. Dude, I know you watched the review on that. Jetfire is good. My only real complaint about him is some of the connections and stuff like that are a little bit not great. But other than that, Jetfire is great. I want to see if somebody got a Jetfire that actually has real weathering on him and not just the half-assed sort of sprayed a lighter white on him or a darker white. Excuse me. Medical bills do suck. So we need to have a Judd drive. We need to have a Judd toy drive. It's like Judd needs all instead of Tony getting toys out of plastic cannibals, which I did actually pick up some stuff for Tony yesterday. I was actually nice enough. I actually got some stuff for Tony. We need to have a Judd toy drive to help him out with all the things that he needs to buy, so to speak. But either way, I'm sitting here looking at my oh, I forgot to pull one of the things out for Double October. I'm sitting here looking at it on the shelf. I'm like, hey, that's for Double October. Why didn't I pull that out? Gonna have to pick up Megatron as well, possibly a Jetfire. Which Megatron? Do you mean Siege Megatron? Oh, don't forget that there are the Walmart exclusive cell shaded versions of Megatron and Optimus coming out. So if you see those, by all means, grab them and don't be a scalping asshole. I wouldn't mind grabbing one or grabbing at least Prime because I'm thinking of doing a giveaway potentially sometime soon between new stuff and then stuff I already own. Everyone's got medical bills. They're all poor. All my friends. I'm running out the beer here is what I'm doing. I know I said I was gonna go at 10 minutes, but I'm not done with my beer yet. Siege Megatron. Siege Megatron is okay. He's very hollow. I will say he's better than Starscream. Because I'm looking at both of them. They're right there. My Decepticon shelf needs a little bit more work. I have significantly more Autobots, which I guess is just the way that they've done. I mean, going all the way back to Power of the Primes and Titan's Return, and technically I have no Combiner Wars. I don't think. No, I just have Titan's Return and Up stuff. Even though Jazz is a combiner. I want a non-combining Jazz so he's not crap. Also, so if you followed me long enough, you know that I love my DX9 Dinobots. And I have the Repro Labels G1 Toys labels for all of my Dinobots. And I put them on Grimlock because I bought the McFans Toys Grimlock, which is the upscale version of the same thing. But DX9 is releasing a box set of all 5 Dinobots for significantly cheaper than they were individually. So what I might end up doing, because I'm a jackass, it'll be the first time ever I buy doubles of figures, and I'll put all of the G1 toy stickers on my original set and then leave the new set alone, and then have some in Dino mode, some in bot mode. That might be what I do, if I'm honest. But DX9/New Age just has my wallet. Like, everything they've shown off in the last 3 months has all been phenomenal. It's like, I don't care what Magic Square is doing. I don't care what Iron Factory is doing. I only have two Magic Square figures. And if New Age comes out with a Sideswipe, I'm probably going to get rid of my my Magic Square version because he's too tall. Same thing with the Ultra Magnus. When New Age does an Ultra Magnus, I'm going to have to weigh it. I'm going to have to look at it and be like, look, is this better than the Magic Square? Because if it is, I'll sell off my Magic Square stuff and have nothing but a DX9/New Age shelf. And I won't look back because they're that good. People will be like, oh, because they got ball joints, they're stupid. Shut up. Yeah, shut up. It's like because ball joints are terrible things to happen, or terrible things to have. I just appreciate the fact that the Dinobots tower over everyone at the same scale. I was like, that's the way they should be. Not the same size as Optimus Prime. Even Grimlock was taller than Optimus. So, alright, beer's about done, fellas. And/or ladies, if there are any. Ladies. Ladies. I'm taken. Anyways. But guys, thanks for coming and watching and hanging out. The whole G-frame guy here was pretty cool, not gonna lie. So, let me just kind of put him in camera. Just there we go. So, we got the G-frame, and we got the KBS. It's been a fun brews and sprues. So, this might be a thing that I do maybe once a week, maybe a couple times a month. We'll see what happens. Next time I'll probably do something that's actually requiring a real build, as it were. But maybe something simple. I've got some easier kits kind of off to the side here. Wouldn't be too bad. Something like that, basically. And if I could turn it into like a small podcast with a couple buddies or something like that, even if you watching would like to participate via Hangouts or one of the other types of streaming things that we have now, because StreamYards is the thing, I've just never used it. By all means, hit me up. Once again, I will reiterate, Double October. If you have a 00 collection, if you have even custom 00 builds, something you wouldn't mind showing off, either in pictures or a short video, and I mean like short, a few seconds, something that I can put into a compilation video for everyone to watch at the end of Double October. By all means, go check out the Discord. Everything will be in the description down below. The Discord link is there. There is a actual whole thread just for Double October, your builds and collections. Go check those things out, and if you want to submit, I'll be taking it all the way through September, because September is going to be my 00 month for me, so to speak. And if things go according to plan, I'll be coming back with maybe 1 or 2 builds that I need to get done for Gunpla, and then I am going to kind of hunker down and focus on a much bigger build that I've been putting off to the side for a very long time. But guys, thanks for coming and watching and hanging out. If you were having a beer along the way, by all means, comment down below, because I know that Judd over there was having a nice Warlock. You guys have a great weekend. Have a safe Labor Day. Everybody in Florida, by all means, hunker down or get the hell out. Protect yourself and your family as best you can. And you'll get a shirt for sure. Cool. But guys, remember as always to keep on nerding and to keep on... I'm doing this the hard way. Keep on nerding, keep on building, and let's keep building and maybe brewing together. Cheers, guys. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the right one.